Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Be Live here in my kitchen, and I really want to make some chocolate, some cacao candy bars for my baby, my sweet goddess Oshun, Erica Kelley. And so since she's busy right now and I don't have anyone else to do camera work, I'm gonna try to attempt to do this by myself, one-handed. So here we go. So this is the cacao butter. Now, this is about 120 degrees. I've melted this cacao butter. Now, I would recommend to use a thermometer, a food thermometer. But I have a lot of experience, so I know what it feels like to be 80 degrees, 100 degrees, 120 degrees. This is right about 120 degrees. It's melted already. Now, this is truly raw cacao butter, and I also have truly raw cacao powder. This is from Big Tree Farms, one of the only verifiable truly raw cacao butter and powder. I believe there are a couple other out there. Right now, this is the only one that I have access to, that I've been using. And so I also am going to make two different fillings. I'm going to make one with a mulberry, kind of caramely style filling with mulberry, mesquite, and coconut nectar by Coconut Secret. And then I'm going to make another one that's going to be similar to peanut butter, but it's going to be out of sunflower seeds. Now these have already been sprouted, and then after they were sprouted, I dehydrated them. So in each of the candy bars, I'm going to place either a truly raw macadamia nut or a truly raw almond. Now those were also soaked and then dehydrated once again to make them dry. So I'm going to use my K-Tech blender for the mulberry caramel, and this is compliments of my brother Steven Pruzak, Raw Vegan Radio. Love you, bro. Love your radio show. You're such an amazing host. You do incredible interviews. He hooked me up with this K-Tech back when my Vitamix went out. Thank you again, brother. So I'm going to use this very simple home style Cuisinart for the sunflower seed butter. And let me see here. So I'm making this very simple. If I can do this with one hand and with all these simple tools, like an ice tray instead of actual chocolate trays with like shapes and whatnot, I'm gonna use just an ice tray. So this shows you that you can do it at home really easily. So now that I have this cacao butter melted at about 120 degrees, now I'm going to sift in. I know this is odd. These are the only times where I use pots. I'm not a cook. I do not cook food. I'm a raw chef. Yeah. So now I'm going to take this cacao powder and I am going to sift it. It's better if you have a sifter, an actual flour sifter, but I'm going to use this strainer. I'm just going to throw this cacao powder in here. Now if a little bit falls out on the side, oh well, I'm doing this one-handed, so what can I say? I'm going to grab me a spoon here. I just really want to make some candy bars for Oshun and share a cacao recipe with you. So now back to, I'm going to use this spoon and I'm going to, whoa, Oshun just came in. Wait, you're going to make this too easy for me now. Oh, she just took the camera from me. Okay, well, thank you, because it'll make it easier for you out there in video world and Be Live world, and it'll make it better for her because she'll have some cacao in her stomach a lot sooner. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sift this cacao powder so it gets the chunks out. That's what this strainer is doing, is I'm just like using it to sift out the chunks, to break down the chunks, the big pieces. And this is a really raw video. You know how I do it here on my channel. Yeah, be looking for some professional videos in the future here. I know there are some on my video channel right now, but not very many. But right now, you know, I like keeping it raw. I want to bust out as many videos as I can, and just get you some recipes based on the timing that I have available at my fingertips these days. So if I had a sifter right now, so if you have a flour sifter, then it'll be a lot quicker. Like, I would already be done right now. And so I recommend getting a flour sifter. I also recommend getting a really nice Vitamix or Blendtec. And if you can, go ahead and get some, if you're going to make a lot of chocolate, get some tempering equipment. Because, you know, this is still kind of an archaic way of doing tempering, but it's doable. Just take a pot, fill it with water, and then take a smaller pot, put the smaller pot inside the bigger pot, let the water heat up, throw the cacao butter in it, it will melt. Throw the thermometer in there so you don't take it up over 120 degrees at the most. See, like, to get really smooth chocolate, you take it up to 120 degrees. So now I'm going to throw it over here again, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a mess next to on the stove there from my one-handed attempt to make chocolate. So now I'm just going to stir the cacao powder in with the cacao butter that melted. I'm going to let it get back up to about 120 degrees, and then at that point I'm going to pull it out of the water, and I'm going to let it cool down to about 70 degrees, and then I'm going to heat it back up to about 120 degrees. Now that process is called tempering, and what that'll do is it'll make it really smooth, and it'll make the chocolate, the consistency, really smooth. So as far as sweetening chocolate, you don't sweeten the chocolate until the very, very last procedure before you actually put it into the molds. So right now I'm going to feel the chocolate. Let's see what temperature it's at. Yeah, it's about 115. I'm gonna let it heat up a little bit more. No, this is our chocolate, so I can do that. It's very bitter. If you don't add the sweetener, it's super bitter. If you want like some of the most bitter, dark chocolate, don't add any sweetener. But you know, if you want a mild sweet, you can just add lucuma. If you want it sweeter, you can add maple syrup or agave. That won't be raw, but it will still be primarily raw. If you want it truly raw, use Coconut Secret, the coconut syrup. Or they also have a coconut crystals you can grind up really fine, and that's also truly raw. If you're not vegan and you use honey, you can use raw honey. I personally don't use raw honey in any of my cuisine. My cuisine is specifically raw and vegan. So this time it's definitely going to be all raw because I'm using Coconut Secret, the coconut syrup. And I bet you at this point it's probably up right around 118, 120. Yeah, it's like right around there. I would say like right around 120 now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to let it cool down to 70. While I'm letting it cool down to 70, I'm going to go over here and make this filling. So first of all, I'm going to make this sunflower seed. It's going to taste a lot like peanut butter. I'm going to make this filling. It's going to be sunflower seed, a little bit of mesquite powder. It's awesome. This is from Peru. You know, it's related to the carob plant. Let me crush this up a little bit. Throw some mesquite in there. I wish I had a little lucuma. I'd throw a little lucuma in as well. Now this stuff is high in potassium and zinc. It's high in protein and aminos. Good stuff. Let me now grab some extract here. My friends at Medicine Flower. Wow, that's pretty cool. When you have a box of like about 15, 16 extracts and you pull out the exact one that you want. So I'm using this. It's a rum. There's no alcohol. It's all cold processed. It's all food grade. It's all organic, European organic, and this is made from a beet, but it's a rum. So I'm going to take a few drops of this. Just give me kind of like a peanut butter, like a rum style peanut butter flavor. And then now I'm going to add some agave. No, not agave. I'm not using agave. I don't even have any agave today. I'm going to use this coconut nectar to sweeten it. So also give it a really nugget style consistency. That along with the sunflower seeds. Cool. So now let's just get it going here. Unplug the Green Star juicer. Oh yeah. One thing you never want to forget in chocolate making is the salt. I'm going to throw a little bit of salt into here. Salt is in every single chocolate I've ever seen out there, even in Hershey's. Let's throw some salt in there. Let it blend up a little bit. While we do that, I'm going to throw some mulberries into the K-Tech. Throw some agave. I keep saying agave because I used agave on one of the last recipes I used. Some Coconut Secret. Medicine Flower has great extracts. They have some amazing ones. I'm going to look for there's a coffee extract in here. I'm going to look, yes. Yep. I'm going to do an almond. She's saying no, but I'm saying yes.
No.
I'm saying almond and coffee is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of almond.
What about hazelnut?
Out of hazelnut.
No, hazelnut instead of coffee.
I'm out of hazelnut. Sorry, baby.
Aw.
That was my first actual thought, was the hazelnut. But no, I'm just gonna put a couple drops. You're not even gonna, she's gonna love this. It's a couple drops. She's not gonna even notice it. But it'll give it a little bit different flavor. You'll be happy, baby. Definitely go to medicineflower.com. You can order these extracts. Tell them that I sent you. Tell them I referred you. They'll hook you up. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this up. Okay. Grab a spatula here. Check out the nuggets. As you can tell, this the sunflower seed and mesquite, along with the coconut syrup, actually gives it a peanut butter style look. Even see, let's taste it. Here, taste it, baby. Well, you gotta see this. No, you're hot. I'm sorry, you gotta see this. She's hot. She's all done up. Look at all that amazing makeup she has done up for this really cool event she's doing tonight. Gosh, she's so pretty, huh? Cool. How do you like it? Doesn't it taste good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has kind of a peanut buttery flavor. The mesquite gives it a kind of a smoky flavor, and it's gonna make for a really good nugget inside the middle of the chocolate. So I'm gonna let it stir. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit more with my spatula here. I'm doing the best I can with my home style food processor. Someday soon I'll have a commercial one. Mix this up. This is another filling. Awesome. So I think this is the texture that I want it here, pretty much. I don't want it too liquefied. Oh. Okay.
It's good.
Huh?
It's good. I like it.
I can always tell when she's telling the truth because she'll say it's which is not very often because my food is bomb. But you know, sometimes we all have our specific preferences. Sometimes I like this, she likes that, you like this, he likes that, she likes this. You know, we all have different opinions. So luckily, one of my blessed gifts is that I have like this common thread with my palate, so that I can make food for your common person and for most people, and make it taste really good and amazing. So now let's see what temperature we got this. It feels like it's down to 70 degrees or so. Yeah. Perfect. Now, as I'm bringing this up to 120 again, this might sound odd to you because oh no, I didn't have to turn it back on. I thought you were gonna have to hear the clicking of the the lighting of a pilot, which is odd to me in general because I don't cook food. So it was already on at low temperature. So now I'm just gonna wait until this is brought up to 120. Then I'm going to add some Coconut Secrets coconut nectar. Check them out. Tell them I sent you. They'll hook you up. And once I add a little bit of that, then we'll be able to lay it into the ice tray. The ice cube tray. Very simple. You can do this at home, people. Really easy stuff. If you don't want to make the candy bars, if you just want to make chocolate, it's even easier. All you need is this, 2 different size pots, the cacao powder, cacao butter, and a sweetener, and a little salt. Simple. Oh yeah, and a freezer. So I gotta be on this because I don't want to bring it up past 120. Oh yeah, one other thing that you will most likely need, unless you have a lot of experience with this already, which you're probably not needing this video in general, is a thermometer, because you do not want to bring it up past 120 degrees. Just be on it so you don't cook it. Antioxidant, yummy raw chocolate. Let's see here where we're at. Okay. Okay, so this is about 115, 120. It's like getting close to 120 if it's not. It's like right around there. And as I do this, I want to be on so low so it doesn't like heat up too much. And I'm going to add the Coconut Secret, the coconut nectar now. If you don't add the sweetener last, then you'll have really serious separation problems. It'll be like, where did the chocolate go? It's just agave. And the agave will be like, where's the chocolate? There'll be two separate parts. Oh, I said agave again, but it's coconut secrets, coconut nectar. Ching! But yeah, I keep saying that because you can use agave. Now I'm just going to stir in the sweetener. Coconut syrup is really thick. You won't have the issues like you have with agave or maple syrup because it's thicker, so it won't separate as easily. But you still, because it is a syrup, you still need to do it last. Even if you're using crystals or honey, you have to do it last. So I'm almost done here. Just stir this up. It's really smooth because I tempered it. Remember, if you want smooth chocolate, you need to take the butter to 120, then you add the cacao powder, mix it up, and then you bring it down to around 70-75 degrees, and then once it's at 70-75 degrees, you bring it back up to about a 118-120, and then once you're at 118-120, add the sweetener. Once the sweetener is mixed in, I'm almost done here mixing it all the way in, then that's when we will put it into the molds. In our case, the ice tray. So, I'm going to have a whole bunch of nugget stuff.
Hey.
Woohoo! Did you unpause it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Paused it, unpaused. It's one tricky, cool thing with this camera phone. So, while we pause it, we put the chocolate inside of this measuring cup so we could pour it easier. There's all kinds of chocolate making tools that are really make it a lot easier. This is very archaic and very old school the way we're doing it, but it works. And knowing a lot of you at home, this is what you got. Now, to do the candy bar style like we're doing today, what we'll need to do is we'll need to pause. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do to do the candy bars is after I pour in the bottom, then I'm going to take some of it up on the sides before I put in the nugget, the middle, so it'll actually have chocolate all the way around. I'm not going to keep pausing it, so you can just bear with me when I'm pouring more chocolate into the it's more hands-on for you anyway, right? See, like Oshun, she needed to just get ready for this party, but you know, the chocolate just pulled her in.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chocolate, I'm just going to put some up like on the sides. See that? Most of the chocolate's going to fall back down, but what this is going to do is it's going to help enclose the nugget part of the candy bar and the nuts that will be inside it. Woohoo! This will be so yummy, so good. Now, chocolate is one of those topics in the raw food world. A lot of people are like really into it. A lot of people are really not into it. As a transitional gourmet raw chef, I think it's a very good tool because this country, this world, as a matter of fact, is so addicted to chocolate. So to come up with a raw chocolate, whether it's of the most optimal health or not, it's a really good doorway to turn people on to healthier ways to live and to the raw lifestyle in general. Because face it, like it's definitely a gateway. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of the nugget. I'm going to put some of this in here. It's making me hungry. It's going to be so good. You getting that, girl?
Yep.
Nice. Are you excited?
Yes.
So I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to do 6 of them with this sunflower seed butter, and then I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do 1 with almonds, 1 with macadamia nuts, and then the rest 6 with the mulberry.
And you soak the almonds in the macadamia nut, right?
Yes, and I already have explained that to these folks out there in BeLive world. Good call, baby.
Yes.
Always soak your nuts and seeds, even if you don't have any nuts. Dry humor, sorry. So, yeah, there are some nuts and seeds that don't have enzyme inhibitors, like all of the white nuts, like macadamia nuts, cashews, Brazil nuts, and then hemp seeds, I believe, are the only seeds that don't have enzyme inhibitors. But it's still always better. It makes them more digestible. Even if you're going to dehydrate them again, it definitely still makes them more digestible. So yes, these are going to be so good. So we'll play around. We'll put a couple Macs in a couple of these. What do you think? An almond in one of these. And then a couple Macs. Yeah. Cool. So now I'm just going to top it with chocolate. Now we're going to put a thicker layer on top now. And at least I hope so. It always depends on how much chocolate you have. Even if there's some open-faced ones at the end because we run out of chocolate or something, it'll still be so good. to do it this way, so I know we have some, all of them. Don't worry about it getting a little messy. It's okay. You're at home and you have a bath or shower. And you actually might need a shower after this procedure. I think we're going to be able to cover them all. It's looking good. Woohoo! It's a really nice bittersweet chocolate. I didn't put too much sweetener. Just enough. So now I'm going to scrape both the measuring cup and the pot. Maximize the chocolate here. And the ones that still might need some. This one looks like it needs some right here. You don't have to worry about getting a little chocolate on the edges of the ice tray or chocolate molds. But you also can get some really, like I was mentioning before, you get some really cool devices for chocolatier making. And you can get things that will make it a lot less messy. I think we're getting to the end of the chocolate here. On the last one that actually seemed like it might still need a little bit. Woohoo! So cool. Yeah. So now the final process is quite simple. You just put this in the freezer and let it harden. Sometimes, most of the time, it will harden very quick. So if you put a little bit too much sweetener, like agave or maple syrup, it won't harden as quick. So the less sweetener you have in it, the quicker it'll harden. If you add a little coconut oil or coconut butter to it, it'll make it smoother, but it'll also take longer to harden. So yeah, that's about it. Enjoy this video, enjoy your chocolate. I know we're about to have some good chocolate here soon before we head on to our really cool Lucin Dossier party. And I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you enjoy it. I love you so much. Woohoo!